Hey guys, what's going on? So we just gonna jump into this video. Some of y'all probably gonna be like, why are you showing a dirty ass vehicle on your video? Well, one of the very first tips of helping your car survive harsh winter is washing your car at least weekly. It's a lot of salt buildup, nothing but salt. You know, pretty much you rub that with your hand, you're gonna scratch the shit out of your paint. All build up, all on the back. You can't even see the license plate. Thing about Michigan is that they will salt the hell out of these streets. Even when it's dry, they still throwing salt out there. They even got the salt blasted for being on the freeway. Let's go ahead and clean this up real quick. What a difference. It's always a good idea to get all the salt off because it's the type of stuff that happens. And like I say, they salt the hell out of these streets out here, even when it's... Your tread wear is very, very important when it comes to surviving the wintertime. You want to make sure you have a good amount of tread wear. It don't have to be brand new, but you want to have some decent tread wear, because if you're out there driving in the snow and your tires are bald, you can just forget it. You might as well just stay at home, because you're not going to make it. If your tires are bald, you're going to die. You want to keep a scraper in your car, okay? Common sense. Get the ice and snow off your window if possible. What I like to do, I like to put a towel around the brush. And the reason being is because when I'm getting snow off of the hood or off of the car period, these brushes will scratch the out of your paint if you use the brush itself to get the snow off. So what I like to do, especially for a black car, I like to get a towel and just rub it around the brush, and I use this towel to get some of the snow off. And as a tip, when you scrape an ice off your windshield, okay, do not use this on the body of your car. Use this plastic piece on the window only, because you will scratch your car up. You want to make sure you got a decent battery. This battery is a year old, so I think I can last a couple of more winters out of this. In case you wonder what these numbers mean, 650 cold cranking amps, that's the amount of amps it gives you when it starts in the cold. And this is the amount of amps it gives you when you're starting at 32 degrees. All that's important. You want to make sure you have the right amount of cold cranking amps in the winter. Otherwise, you'll be jump starting your car every single cold morning, and that gets kind of annoying, because then you have to rely on somebody else to have a car with a fully functional battery, and you'd be sitting there waiting for your battery to charge up while they jump start. You want to make sure you have engine coolant, because if you don't have any engine coolant, you're not going to have any heat. And a lot of times you can have engine coolant and it can be another problem as far as a clogged up heater core. So keep that in mind. If your heat's not working properly and you put coolant in your reservoir and you don't see it on the ground, but it's disappearing somewhere or linking on the inside, chances are you could have a bad heater core. You want to put some silicone or maybe some WD-40 on your door seals. Reason being is your doors tend to want to freeze up on the seals, and it makes it almost impossible to try to open your door because it's frozen. Let me give you an example of what happened. Right down here, when the door was frozen to this seal, I was trying to open it, ripped that seal right off. So I'm gonna have to replace this seal because air could get in here. If you're the type of person that like to let your car warm up for 30 minutes to an hour, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time and your gas. Here's why I say this. I understand some people have a remote start. That's fine. The remote start will allow you to start your car, and most remote starters will have your car running for 15 minutes until it shuts itself off. But idling your car to 30 minutes to an hour for long periods of time really does no good for yourself, because you wasted more gas. And for that amount of time, you got a better chance of warming your car up just by driving it a mile away from your house than you do just having to sit an hour idling in your driveway. If you're one of those type of people that has to just get in your car and drive off without warming your car up, or a situation come up where you're in a rush or an emergency, that's a different story. But the moment you do a cold start in your car, at least allow 30 seconds for your car. Give your car at least 30 seconds for the oil to circulate through the engine, coolant to circulate, and just drive off slowly with a light foot as if your grandmother is in the car. In reality, cars don't need no more than 10 minutes to properly warm up. And really, you don't even have to wait 10 minutes to warm your car up, because the amount of time it takes to warm your car up just sitting and idling for 10 minutes, you can actually warm your car up just driving as a grandmother and just being light on the gas and just driving up the street. Now, of course, if you're a female and you're a single mom and you had a baby with you, now, of course, you don't want to get in a cold car because you don't want to freeze the kids. Same thing goes for the fellas. You've got a child or a baby in the car with you. Of course, you're going to want your car to be warm up. So, different circumstances. But if you by yourself and you don't have remote start, don't let your car idle for 30 to an hour, man. You know, come on now. Don't do it. You want to keep extra clothing and blankets in the back of your car. Here's why I say this. As y'all know, a lot of the northern states are real famous for freeways being shut down when there's a heavy snowstorm and blizzard. And before you know it, you get stranded on the freeway for 9 to 12 hours.
My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like, times like these that make me say, Lord, in the city, please come my way. Like leaving breadcrumbs for when I stray. Well, I'm sacrificing the price you pay. Like living like a figure tale. Sometimes I fall, I slip. I'm more for desire, be more like you. Yeah, not to put the fire with the things I do. I'm on an island by my lonesome stranded. Low key and staying candid. Reflect on all the things I try.
You're going to freeze your ass off. Well, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to be cold if you run out of gas and you're stranded on the freeway. Because if you have your car idling for 9 or 10 hours, then yeah, that might happen. But you won't be as cold by keeping extra blankets in your car and extra clothing just to prepare yourself for the unexpected. Because you're in a northern state, or if you like me, you live by the Great Lakes, we get a lot of lake effect snow. So the weather is very, very unpredictable, especially in the winter. And I'm going to let y'all know something. To the guys who think, you know, you're badass because you got four-wheel drive, just to let you know, if you're on ice, it doesn't matter. Four-wheel drive does you no good. If you hit that patch of ice and all four wheels hit that ice, four-wheel drive means nothing. But it's good to have during the snow and deep snow and stuff like that to get you out of trouble. A truck with real drive, you want to keep extra fuel in your car. Matter of fact, you want to fill it up as much as you can. Because if you got a pickup truck, what it does is it adds weight to the rear axle, and that'll get you through the snow a little bit better as if you had four-wheel drive, but not as good. So the extra fuel puts weight in the back of your car, back of your pickup truck, I should say. You can also use sandbags to throw in the back of your truck. Me, I need to get some gas, I know, before people start saying stuff. Well, you almost out of gas yourself. I'm actually getting ready to fill it up. But keep some gas in your car. At least try to keep it by full. I know times it's hard for a lot of us nowadays, but you want to try to keep it on full because you never know. You might be one of those ones that's stranded on the freeway and you might need that heat. So keep that in mind. Also, as you can see, the windshield is very clear. Well, duh, I just washed the thing. But what I like to do is I like to put some trash bags over the window at night. And I like to tuck them in right through here, through the door, so that it doesn't fly off. And that'll actually keep some ice off of your window. Like if you have days where it's light snow and that stuff like to freeze overnight, you can just put that plastic, that garbage bag over your windshield. It'll keep the snow off. They actually got some windshield stuff that you could put over your windshield to cover it up, to prevent it from freezing up. A lot of times I like to put plastic bags over the mirrors as well, because sometimes the mirrors freeze up. Of course, when you got heated mirrors, you won't have to worry as much, but there are people out there who don't have heated mirrors. Hey, SpeedX, we was just talking about how your check engine light stayed on in your 99 Cavalier and you kept driving. This truck is so weird. It went off as I was making this video. So weird. You know what? If it comes back on again, I ain't gonna worry about it. Alright, that will be the end of this video. It's getting kind of late and it gets dark early. So within 30 minutes it'll be dark. 30 minutes to an hour. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Hit me up on Instagram, Vehicle Velocity Media. Give me some video ideas if you want to see more, or if you want to see more in-depth detail of how to survive the winter with your car. I can also make another video of that. Thank you guys for watching and see you soon.